2023 has been an absolute banger of a year for new games. The last few years have had their share of good, great, and fantastic games, your Metroid Dread, your Elden Rings, your God of War Ragnaroks, but 2023 has had half a dozen or more Game of the Year candidates in the first half of the year alone. It's honestly been too much to keep up with. That being said, June specifically has been an especially busy month with all the new releases, so I figured I would spend some time talking about all the games I've been working through this month and what I want to get to. The first game I really want to talk about is also the freshest in my mind, the one I've been playing for the last several days, Final Fantasy XVI. I've played half a dozen or so Final Fantasies, with the intention to eventually get through all the mainline ones, but 16 was something I've really been looking forward to for a while now. I'm about 15-20 hours or so into FF16, and so far I'm loving it. It's a little heavy on the cutscenes and story, but I'm more than happy to sit there and watch a story if it is engaging, which so far it is. I'm hooked. The world is pretty fun to explore, maybe sometimes feeling a little linear, but the game looks so dang good I don't even really mind. The combat is a blast, and I feel like I'm always scratching the surface of it. This game really leaned into the action game setup and kind of leaves the RPG stuff off to the side, but I haven't really been bothered by that so far. Even if the side quests have been pretty rote and the gear and equipment system is pretty to the numbers, I've been having tons of fun experimenting with the expansive list of abilities to help make the combat quicker, snappier, more fun, and more me. This one really is shaping up to be high on the Game of the Year list for me, and how could it not with that damn soundtrack? And the voice acting too is top notch. Clive is great, but damn, Sid has been incredible. I made a video a couple weeks back of my first weekend impressions of Street Fighter VI, and for the most part, I'm kinda still in the same boat I was back then. I'm still not very good at the game, but I'm still managing to have fun nonetheless. I gave the traditional controls a go briefly before deciding I better stick to the modern controls since they're more my speed. I've played a little over 100 online matches, ranging anywhere from the Battle Hub to ranked matches, and even though my win rate is somewhere in the high 30s, I'm rarely discouraged and always ready to jump into another match. I think I am kind of plateauing skill-wise though for the time I'm willing to put into the game. I would really need to learn traditional controls or just really spend some time watching guides and practicing to get much better, but I think I'm good where I'm at for now. I've almost finished up a World Tour mode, and that has gone from a fun, goofy distraction to a repetitive slog, but I'm going to see it through. Worst case, it serves as some good grinding for my player character to take on others in the Battle Hub. So yeah, even though 2D fighters have never really been my jam, it looks like they still really aren't, Street Fighter VI has been more fun than I expected to have, and I'm more than happy to keep admiring high-level play from afar, watching tournaments online. The last big, expensive blockbuster game I want to touch on is Diablo IV. Now, I've never actually even played Diablo before, but I have it on good authority that I would be a fan, and I'm ready to jump in here after I clean up FF16 and Street Fighter VI. I'm always into games that are fun to grind, and I heard Diablo is really fun to build up your character, so I think I'll be in. I'm thinking about starting with either a rogue or barbarian class. I don't really want to mess with too much fancy magic with the necromancer or druid just yet. I have several friends, even some family, that love Diablo, and I'm ready to finally give this a go myself. My only Diablo-like experience was Minecraft Dungeons of all things, which was fun, but didn't quite scratch the itch I've had for a game like this. And the funniest thing about this month is even without these three behemoth games, there's been plenty else to keep me occupied. I just got done with Bleak Sword DX, a great top-down action game from More 8-Bit and Devolver Digital. The art style for this game was really cool, and I was a really big fan of the overall level-based, leveling up structure of the gameplay. I'm hoping to make a video on this one too soon. I also just picked up Sonic Origins, which is always fun to check out these older Sonic games again. This time in 16:9 with playable Amy Rose. And then there's the We Love Katamari remaster, which I really want to dig my teeth into once Jeff Bezos decides to get me my now month-delayed copy. I love me some Katamari. Rolling things up into a building-sized ball really seems to trigger something primal in my head that gets me going. If it's half the game that Katamari Damacy reroll was, I think I'm coming out with a good time. And hell, even after all of that, Nintendo tricked me into playing through Fire Emblem 7 again on the dang Game Boy Advance app with Switch Online. I'm not even too sure how I fell into this one. I clearly have plenty of other games to play, yet here I am, playing a game from the George W. Bush administration here in my free time. But I gotta admit, I still really like that game too. But let's be real, the big Nintendo release this month is everybody's 1-2 Switch to cap off at the end of the month. A game I'm sure tens of people across the globe will enjoy. And despite how crazy this month has been, looking forward, there are still plenty of games left in front of us this year. Starfield, Lies of P, and the very spooky looking October that has Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, and maybe even Sonic Superstars all in 1 week. At some point, you just gotta pick your winners and have a good time. You can't get around to everything, but hey, I'll damn well try. Thanks for watching. If you have any standout games that come to mind for the first half of this year, I would love to hear them. Despite my ever-growing backlog, I'm always on the hunt for more fun games to play. If you like this video and want to toss a like on it, I would really mean a lot. If you want to hear more of my random thoughts on video games, I've been making a good effort to get at least one video out a week, so maybe subscribe if you want to hear more. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.